Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Comic Book Haul, week number 173. That's right, the summer pushes on. We're heading into July. Soon you guys will be shooting off your fireworks, freaking flipping burgers, doing some dogs. Yes, it's that time of year where we can all enjoy the nice 100-degree weather. Yes, so with that being said, guys, decent amount of comic books that came out this week. Not sure if I got really any DC books, if any, if I can remember correctly, but we'll find out, shall we? So here we go. Here is the bag for this week, and let's see what I got in this week's haul. All right, so first off, that's the stack of books, as you can see, as it comes off of the bag. The bag always gently comes off of the books, and the bag goes onto the floor. All right, so we'll talk about our first book that I will be reading this week, and this is Marvel's Secret Wars tie-in, Where the Monsters Dwell. This one says, the Phantom Eagle flies the savage skies. And this one is written by Garth Ennis. And the first issue of this really surprised me. It seemed like things were taking place in Savage Land, and they were coming across dinosaurs and pterodactyls, and it was just a really nice looking book overall when it came to like all the surroundings and whatnot. And it was a fun story getting to know these characters here. So it'll be interesting to see where this one actually goes. Again, I really like this cover. Just kind of goes to what's going on with summer this year with Jurassic World and whatnot. So kind of the dinosaur thing is in right now. So this is Where the Monsters Dwell, issue number 2. All right, next we have a new number 1 from Secret Wars this time around, and this is X-Men 92. Totally excited about this actual comic book. I know this comes out digitally first and then the physical copies come out, but I have to have a physical copy of this. This just brings back just those memories of the old days of watching this show on Fox when I was a kid, and just and watching Spider-Man and X-Men back to back, and it was a good time those days. And in 1992, I really wasn't a kid. I was kind of a little bit older at that time. I was actually 17, but still, I'm a kid now and I'm 40. So regardless, this is a badass cover. Really like this. I'm really interested to see what this is going to be about. So this is X-Men 92, issue number 1. All right, next we'll talk about Image's The Walking Dead. That's right, fans. This one is issue number 143, otherwise known as a Union. So in the last issue, you got to see Andrea, Rick, and Michonne. They get together and they wind up going to search for Carl. And Carl's trapped by this group called the Whispers. He's not really trapped, but he's been searching for his little girlfriend who was part of that group, and he's been with them for a few days now, and the group goes after him. So what's going to happen in this issue? I'm not sure. You get to see the Whispers leader kind of integrate with all the members of the Hilltop and Alexandria and this county fair type of thing, or fair that they're having. So this will be an interesting issue. I feel like the tension's mounting with The Walking Dead, and really excited to read this. So this is issue number 143, again, a Union. All right, next we have Superman, issue number 41. There's our DC comic. The Truth storyline continues. When you went back to read Action Comics, it referenced back to Superman and this whole, it looks like the beginning of the storyline. I'm not exactly sure here what the description will be, but it looks like he's in the costume in this issue. So it'll be interesting to see where this story actually goes from here. We still have John Romita Jr. who does the artwork on here. I do like the cover art. The cover work is pretty cool in this one. You just see his torn shirt and he's got the Superman costume on there. So that's a pretty nice cover as well. So looking forward to it. And this is Superman issue number 41, continuing that Truth storyline. All right, next was a book that I haven't read in a few issues. I think I read issues 1 and 2, maybe 3, and then I dropped off of it. But when I saw this on the cover, I was like, okay, this is cool because this focuses on Quake and Mr. Hyde. And this is obviously based off of the TV series or the show. And I don't know if they're any different in here or if it's playing off the show. I know it's been like one type of shot stories. That's what S.H.I.E.L.D. really is. It doesn't really have a continuous story. But at times, that's what's good about S.H.I.E.L.D. because you can pick up the issues that you want. You don't have to commit to it each and every month. So that's a plus size too. Plus side on things too. This book is $3.99. Really cool cover. Again, there you can see Quake on there, just shattering the ground and then hide underneath it. So badass cover there. So this is S.H.I.E.L.D. issue number 7. All right, next we get, I don't normally read this, but it has to do with Secret Wars. And again, I'm covering most of the stuff on Secret Wars. And this has to do the last days of Punisher. It was pretty cool because in the Secret Wars issue, you see Punisher going, well, I got to do something with these bullets. And he goes and kills like the Kingpin and all the other mobsters in the underground scene. So I'm not sure what this issue is going to be about. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read it. So this is Punisher issue number 19, and it's cool how it's like outlined, the bullets are outlined in the Punisher skull logo. That's really badass, pretty creative there. So neat stuff. Next is a book probably not many of you are going to be reading this week. I did read issue 1. It was like a 3-star book for me. But this is Modak Assassin issue number 2. Everything takes place in Killville in the Battle World area. And this time it looks like Modak came across Angela. She was the fallen Asgardian or Thor in the issue. And he's like, I feel like I'm in love. So how does that continue? I'm not sure. But it looks for a comical read. So, and this is issue number 2 of Modak Assassin. Next is a book that I don't really know anything about this character. I don't think Korvac. I really can't remember him. And this is issue number 1. Not sure how this is tying into everything, but it looks like it's got some of the Guardians of the Galaxy in there, and Black Panther's in there too. So I'm interested to read this and see where this goes, how this ties into things, if it ties into things. So this is Korvac's Saga issue number 1. Like the cover though, like the facial expressions of the characters. I just think they're obviously seeing something and they're just like, dude, what's going on? So cool stuff there. Next is a book I'm looking forward to really getting vamped up here, that the action's going to heat up, and that's the Avenger Inc. Gauntlet issue number 2. We saw this cover already at the end of issue 1. We get to see that it looks like Nova or A Nova has a couple of the Infinity Gems or stones in his gauntlet, and looks like what's it called? Thanos there has a couple of his in his. So it looks like there's going to be a battle for these gems, and things are going to heat up, and we're going to see who's going to become the part of this Nova Corps of this battle world. And it looks like a lot of things are going to be, our questions will be answered here with this going forward. And what's Thanos' role in here? He looks a little bit different too. So interesting stuff. So this is the Infinity Gauntlet issue number 2. All right, next is, oh yeah, another DC book. Okay, a couple of them in here. I'm looking forward to this one. This is Lost Army Green Lantern issue number 1. Not really too sure what this one's about. I didn't read too much on it on the solicits or previews or anything like that. I'm kind of leaving it as a surprise. Like the cover, you got a few rings sitting there with blood coming from them. You know, gives it a very suspenseful like look. And we're going to see where this one goes. Colin Bunn, I think, is the writer on this one. And I just want to see a really good Green Lantern story. And I just haven't read it in a long, long time. A few of them here and there from Robert Venditti, but nothing that's been consistent. And I'm just looking for a good Green Lantern series, because Green Lantern Hal is just like, he's my favorite character in DC Universe, and I'm not enjoying him right now. So it's been a little bit frustrating. So this is Green Lantern, The Lost Army, issue number 1. All right. Next is another Secret Wars type of tie-in, and this is The Last Days of Black Widow. Again, another series I normally read, but I'm trying to get majority of this Secret Wars stuff. Not everything, but most of it. So check it out and see what this one is about. Pretty simplistic cover. Looks like a passport and a phone and a gun on top of it. So pretty simplistic cover with some blood and some bullets on there. So we'll see what this one's about. So this is Last Days of Black Widow. Next one is an awesome series. Um, and it's coming to an end. Meredith Finch writes it. And this is part 5 of The Little Mermaid. It's a really great book. Nice artwork inside. I've known I've reviewed this before, but the artwork and the colors, the facial expressions are really crisp and clean. And it's just an enjoyable book to look at. You can see the sea witch in there. It's just an awesome series. If you guys haven't had a taste of this or checked it out yet, I mean, look at that. You haven't checked it out yet, and you think that your comic book store might be out of the earlier issues of this, wait for it till it comes out in trade. It'll come out very soon, and I guarantee that you will like this story of Grimm Fairy Tales' version of The Little Mermaid here. Great story. Great story. So this is issue number 5. All right. Few more left. The first thing I got was Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. I got the variant edition of this comic. It looks really cool. You can see all the Ultrons on here versing the Marvel Zombies. It's just badass. I know the cover kind of creates a glare, but you get to see zombie Venom in there and Sabretooth and Bullseye and just the mole, just everybody in there. Mole Man's in there, just all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this. I cannot wait to read this book and see what this story can actually be about. So this is Age of Ultron versus the Marvel Zombies. Next is the action figure variant of this one is E is for Extinction. I've been collecting all these action figure variants, so this was a given, but the cover on that actual comic itself just feels horrendous. So I was happy to get an actual variant, and this happened to be the action figure variant. Here we get to see Cyclops and his secret shield, mutant revolutionary battles for good. So we can see that in there. So that obviously goes to the collection in the back. The collection is growing with the action figure variant. So we'll see what this story is about too. Grant Morrison was the original writer of that. All right, and then last but not least, this was one of my favorite books in the first week of Secret Wars, and this is Planet Hulk issue number 2. And I wound up getting the variant edition of this one. You get to see Cap on there just doing battle against what's it called, Doc Green and Devil Dinosaur on there, and I just had to get this one. Background, it's all just sand and doom and all that kind of stuff. So really awesome cover. One of my favorite covers of the week right here, and definitely looking forward to this. And I can't wait to read more of this. Hopefully the series kind of continues for a while here. So yeah, so there you have it, guys. There is the comic book haul for the week. Guys, in the comments below, tell me what you got in this week's comics, which ones you're looking forward to reading, which ones you're least looking forward to reading. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And this has been Comic Book Haul week number 173. So fans, as always, I'll see you in the next comic book review. Take care, guys.